In this video, we're going to be looking at the new Overland map by Gaia GPS. This is a new map that is supposed to be a lot easier for people who do overlanding, ATV, off-roading, planning. So let's take a look at the map, but a few things. First of all, this is a premium layer map, so you need your premium membership. It's based on the Gaia Topo map, and it adds all these different type of overlays. And there's a styling to make it a little bit higher contrast. So I have the Gaia Topo map here, and we can see that some of the roads are in purple. We got some orange, got some trails you can see here. Now I'm going to turn on a layer and show you what this new overland does with some of the other overlays before. So let me zoom in here a little bit, and you can see a little bit more detail that the Topo map provides. So if you wanted to do part of your normal planning, let's say you're in the US, you probably will need to have additional overlays. So the Forestry Services recreation sites, you can turn on that layer so you can see the campgrounds are now being displayed. And let's see, let's choose the public lands. That gives you an idea what's public, what's boundary, what's all the different managed lands. Very useful if you're doing overlanding, of course. Now let's zoom back in here and let's take a look at another, which is the roads and trails. This gives you a lot of information about the type of managed roads and trails that are in public lands. And then we have the MVUM, which is motor vehicle. This determines, I believe, the width of the vehicles, give you better information on the type of road that you're on. So you can see with all these overlays turned on, it's a little bit of a mess. Might be a little bit hard to take a look, know what's what. So that's why we have the new overland map, which kind of takes all these layers together and just makes it a little bit easier to see. So I'm just going to take away the Gaia Topo, and now we're in the Gaia Overland map, and you can see here how it is a combination of all these layers, and it's just that the contrast of the colors makes it a little bit easier to see and to plan. So you can easily tell what's a road, what's a gravel road, what's a dirt road, what's a double track. You can see on the double track, you can see the ATV side-by-side and motorcycle icons on it. Very useful. We can still see the road numbers. We can still see recreational sites. We can still see a lot of the information that are on the Gaia Topo. We can also see the public lands map by the different colors, and that's one of the adjustments that we'll have to do is get used to the new shading colors. But you can see here it does provide you with quite a bit of information. As you zoom out, some of this information will still be enabled. So if you're doing planning on a bigger view, you'll be able to have a wider bird's eye view of the routes and be able to help you with your planning that way. So overall, I think this is going to be a pretty good map for US users, but what about users outside the US, such as in Canada where I'm at? Well, there's a couple things that you'll still be able to take advantage of. Again, I think you'll be taking advantage of the new styling, which is maybe a little bit easier to read in my case here. So here we're at a federal park from Parks Canada. We can see the existing dirt roads. We can see the existing campground information that's there. I think that was there even if it was just the Gaia Topo, but a little bit easier to see. You can see the provincial provincial park boundaries along with the wilderness areas. And overall for Canada, it's not too bad. I mean, it's definitely an improvement of the Gaia Topo, but you definitely don't have the wealth of information as you were doing your planning in the US. You can see here in Baxter State Park, you can see all the different monument lands, public lands, state lands, and you can see again, take advantage of this high contrast road. You can see the Golden Road, which is designated as a gravel road. You're inside the national park, or Baxter Park, State Park, I should say. It's on a dirt road, and you can see the Appalachian Trail markers. You can see the campground. So, for overall planning, I think this map layer is pretty solid. So if you're ever wondering what is the map legend, well, the easiest thing to do is open up the map layer, scroll down to the bottom, where you want to add a map layer. And then from there, just find the overland map, or any map for that matter, tap on the thumbnail, and that will give you a good description of the map layer. And in most cases, you'll get the legend underneath, and I'll include the link so you can bring it up on your browser, get a little bit bigger. But you can see here with the biggest changes, which is the styling, which identifies the roads, streets, trails, and also the coloring of what's a public land or other type of managed land. Hope you found this video interesting. Definitely give this overland layer a try, Gaia GPS, and we'll touch you guys next time.